Hey guys, welcome back to Project Zomboid. Worm Man got pretty freaking sick. I got a nasty cold. I've been waiting for about 3 days to stave this thing off, but as you see in the upper right corner up here, it's getting into midway through October, so I gotta move out fast. And I mean, in terms of loot, it's kind of like I'll know it when I see it today. So I'm looking for food, matches, cigarettes, umbrella, car parts, warmer clothes, just anything to stave off this bad season, because I'm starting to realize just how big an enemy the winter is in Project Zomboid. Other than that, our character's developed a bit. I guess recap, yeah, we're still in the all negative traits character. If you want to figure out what we're doing, then go check out the other videos. Let's see, fitness is going up, sprinting went up, and now actually nimble is going up. We might be able to stealth our way through some of this. I doubt it because our character's really clumsy and stuff, but yeah, hopefully that'll happen at some point. I don't know if I'm ever going to make carpentry level 4 though. I'm like, I'd like it to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it never did happen. We're never going to be able to build a staircase anywhere. So unfortunately we can't do that. You might also notice I'm not panicked and I'm wearing bloody clothes now. They actually patched the game again. So now no longer am I panicked in bloody clothes, but instead I'm stressed. But I wouldn't be stressed anyway since I haven't had a cigarette in a month. To remind you, my character is a smoker. But now how many? We're back up to 28 traits. One of them a positive trait though. We're still out of shape, but now we're underweight too. So we want to get rid of underweight and out of shape. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. We're still a good ways away from being emaciated though. My character is, I think he's got 36 kilograms to lose before he actually starts taking damage from being underweight. So we could really, to be fair, make it through the winter and be fine like that. But I've been doing a lot of tests, guys, and I don't think that worms are a good long-term food source. You know, they could feed you for even months. They could feed you for that long. But I think in time they will kill you if you continue eating them. So really the main thing is an umbrella. An umbrella would be awesome because I don't want to get sick again when it rains. Umbrella and actual decent clothes. And I might start to keep a couple sets of clothes. As far as I know right now, why am I running? As far as I know right now, dirtiness on clothes hasn't really been implemented yet. It's been suggested that it's more likely to make you sick or get infected from wounds or something like that. So I'm looking out for that, but at this point, God, I gotta be careful what I say. I didn't realize that so many people listen to like my musings on the game's development. Just take everything that I say with a grain of salt, because sometimes I fuck up too, and I'll say the wrong thing. Okay, so let's see. And we are getting progressively more moodles by the second. I don't think there's much that we can do about many of these. I'm just going to do a quick pass over some of these houses from before. Make sure that I didn't miss anything. Because if I could find as much as like a lighter or an umbrella, I'll be in business for what's going to happen next. Alright, well this was not in vain. It turns out I missed some soap and an entire first aid kit in one of these first houses. So I'm going to have to grab those. That's actually awful. I can't believe that I missed those things. The soap I am going to save, because in the long run I need to be able to, you know, fix up my clothes. But I think I'm going to end up having one set of clothes that's for combat, and I'll just let it get bloody. I'll just have to always be anxious in combat, which is not helping me, but, you know, I'd rather have some set of clothes that I can not be depressed in by the day. Like, ideally, we could have a set of clothes that just gets dirty back home. And I also didn't know that you could dismantle earbuds either. I had to do that. Alright, 2 more houses. Alright, the last thing that I found in here was a TV dinner. I've not had much experience with these things. I know that they can kill me if I don't cook them, but they might last a while and I progress. I believe it's not... I believe that it doesn't go bad, but I'm gonna wait on that just because I have to check and make sure, because I have I wouldn't want to die after all this time from eating a bad TV dinner. Just not be a climactic enough death for our hero. Alright, so I'm leaving these houses behind pretty much for good at this point. I found a few more clothes and just a few items that I might use from them. Another jacket, because I might need one for the winter, even though it's bloody. But some of the clothes that I found, I'm going to try to keep them from getting soiled with blood. from this point forward. I've got baggy jeans too. Yeah, I want to keep clean clothes for when I'm around the house, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time alone, and I don't need to be spending the entire time as a nervous wreck, because it's going to prevent me from sleeping even further and just make my life, generally speaking, more terrible than usual. I swear, I've gotten so used to playing the game as this character that, like, backing out to play as any other character, I feel like I feel so good with mechanics. So I really recommend at this point trying a character like this, because it makes you way better at the game from everything that you learn. Except for the fact that for the first, like, 3 days that you're playing as the character, it's completely difficult to play as him because he doesn't have any skills yet. But, I mean, in general, it wouldn't hurt if you've played a lot of the game. Okay, let's see, we're men. Okay, go home. Alright, at this point, I'm tired of staving off the cold. I've fed myself for a few days. Yeah, I'm slightly hungry, but it's been about a week, and I'm getting tired of having this thing not go away. I'm going to do a little bit of foraging on my way over to the place I'm going to loot. I'm going west, if you must know. I'm either going to hit the farm or the warehouse. Sorry, the farm area or the warehouses. There's a lot of seeds in one of the farm areas, and I could probably grow like potatoes throughout the window, which some of you guys have suggested potato stew, which I think would be a pretty good meal for our character because it's got a lot of carbs in it and it's a pretty high calorie plant. Obviously he's gonna have to stress about, you know, raising them, but it would be worth it to stress over potatoes if I did manage to gain some weight from it. So now what are we at? That's 70 kilograms. Okay, so it is starting to drop pretty rapidly. I mean, I'm losing about, like, 5 pounds every few days. I think I could make it through the winter, but I honestly think that after one season, because I won't have access to the berries even to forage, and I'd pretty much just be stuck at home, because it'd be freezing or I'd be getting colds all the time. But don't forget, I'm also in danger of hypothermia in the winter, so it is going to get worse. It's only cold right now, I'm getting colds, but I'm not dealing with hypothermia of deep winter. Soon that's going to come too, so I might be babysitting the fire all winter. So the best thing to do might even be to just find some seeds so that I could raise potatoes inside, because I'm going to be stuck inside anyway. So yeah, finding all of these, like, elemental protection items is all the more necessary right now. Alright, it's time to cut and run. I didn't notice that 10 of them had followed me on my path here. So I'm gonna have to come back. And I don't even think that these roads are gonna be safe to travel on. So I'm gonna have to head back home. Or at least to that area that I was just at. And hope that these guys don't follow me there. Okay, we're walking back though. I don't want to risk running out of breath. The other thing you might notice is, yeah, I've got a cold, but right now I'm saving my tissues for when I'm actually near a lot of zombies. Okay, I think I lost him, so I'm just going to sleep at this house. It's going to be like a way station, and then tomorrow morning we won't have as far to travel. I'll probably go through the woods to the side until I get up there. Okay, we got a couple zombies around, but weirdly enough, I did get a full night's worth of sleep, so this is going to be a rare opportunity to go out. The depression is not going to affect me except for inventory transferring, so I'm pretty much fine on that. The cold is not going to do much else than, well, it'll hamper my combat, I believe, but it's also going to make me loud, but that's fine. I was going to attract him anyway, and the nervous wreck is just, I think that also affects combat, but in general, not having exhaustion and not having tiredness is really, really rare for this character, so on the weird chance that I've now got a full night's worth of sleep, I'm just going to go in there, probably attracting a lot, lose them once I get there. And if I have to hook around, I can always come back into the woods. I just got to be careful managing my exertion, because that's probably going to be the most likely thing to kill me. I'm going to keep on saving the tissues for when I get there now. I know I'm going to attract a bunch to me on the way there, but I could always just outwalk them. Alright, looks like we made it to the farms we were at before. I'm not going to go back into these places because even though there might still be a little bit left over there, there's no high priority loot. I know there's a warehouse back behind them, but for right now, I'm not really looking for that industrial gear. If I could find like an umbrella, or you know what? Like I'm between, no, you know what? I could find seeds there. Like, the weird part is that if I were going to approach those warehouses, I'd want to do it from the other angle. The fact that I've come through this road... fuck, there are zombies again, and I'm getting tired. The fact that I've come over this road means that I should probably go for the town ahead, or I should at least scout the town to see if there's going to be a lot of zombies there. If there are, I'm going to have to prepare in a totally different way, too. Let's just keep on walking along. I should still be able to keep out walking them for a long time right now. Okay, we are in zombie territory now. I've got a lot of them around me. I don't like where this is going. And I might have to start to think of alternate loot sources, only because I don't think that this character is ever going to be able to go into a town and do a loot run. Possibly, like, not until he's survived for years. But yeah, for right now, this is not a nice looking train I've got here. I'm not going up in exertion, but I am going to be going up in tiredness. If I can see a quick fix in the town ahead, I'll take it, but otherwise I think I might just be scouting and then turning back to the warehouses. Okay, we got a lot on our tail. I don't really like this. I'm going to equip the second tissue, but like I said, I don't really like these tissues because they don't last a very long time. At this point, I will run a bit, but I don't think that this town is going to be worth it for me. I think I'm too weak to go here. Still don't think I'm strong enough. I kind of overestimated my skills. We've always got the warehouse back there, but I don't know if that's going to be enough loot to help us make it through winter and keep weight on our bones. If I could find like a single packet of potato seeds, I might be able to make it through this. But otherwise, yeah, we don't have much to work with. How much of that tissue have we got remaining? Okay, I made it into town in a spot that's weirdly empty of zombies. And at this point, I'm gonna try to just go into a building. No, that's not working. I can't remember the last time this character actually made it into a town. I can hop fences now, which is very different from how it was before. Couldn't do that at all before. We aren't looking for a bag. We've already got a bag. But now we're also making more noise with our sneezes again. It looks like I used up those tissues too early. Really do. Everybody needs a good box of tissues who's playing this game. Let's see. Above all, I can't exert myself, so I'm gonna have to stay slow. If I exert myself, then I won't be able to get home, and I don't want to depend on, like, finagling my way through here and then coming back out. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So we're gonna probably have to escape the town, unless if we find, like, a weird pocket of it, and there are weird pockets of town. But I don't know, the way, I also have bad luck doesn't affect anything. As far as I know. Anyway, let's just go in here. If we can find like one item in this entire town, just because I've had access to no loot this entire time. Belt, not worth it. Oh, there's 2 zombies in here. Okay, out the back door, let's go. There was a kitchen knife in there, which would have been good, but that was kind of risky already, to be honest. And at this point, fuck, am I gonna be dead? I don't want to die from this. That's a completely intact ambulance, though. That's a fact. It looks like it's got a dent in it, though. Fuck, now I just gotta think of how to get out of this town. I might just have to leave this town immediately, because I think I'm gonna get myself killed in here. This does not feel safe anymore. Okay, there's like a police station and a medicine thing, like a miniature hospital, but I don't even think that I can go into these places because look at how many are getting attracted to my cold. They're like, they want my cold. I can't do much about this with this cold, and I can't even shake off the cold because I can't find the items to help me get rid of the cold, so I'm pretty much forced into running back at this point. I'll try the warehouses maybe on the way back. Possibly after I get some sleep. Let's just see if we can get one, like, quick and easy. If this car works, I'll jump for joy. Okay, not working. I'm getting out of here. And my character takes extra long to get out of the car. Okay, that has a key. That has a key. Come on, can you drive this man? Nah, doesn't work. Looked like I couldn't even get the thing started to see if it had gas in it. But shit, I don't know. I mean, I could come back. There's hope that that car might work. I was just trying to get some last bit of hope. Alright, you know, we're gonna run off into the woods now. There is woods back here, so we should be able to get home safe as long as we don't run into a bunch of zombies on the way back. I'm gonna walk it now, because I don't want to run lower on energy. And then we just gotta be careful on the way back. But we're gonna go home, and I guess we'll go for warehouses tomorrow. I did a scout of this area. I thought that it would be less populous, but unfortunately it was. Oh, this is weird. I didn't even realize that there was a shack here. Okay, yeah, alright, fuck it. Let's see if this is... let's see if this is any good. Come on. Oh shit, you have an antique stove in you. This might be really useful for a downstairs greenhouse in our home. I don't know if I should take this or just remember that it's here. There is literally nothing else in here. That's unfortunate. I got 6.49 out of 15. How heavy is this thing? Let's see. Weight is 20. Can't really bring it back with us. Wait, if I equip it to my primary... Oh, wait, you guys gave me this tip a while back. Darn. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put all these things in my backpack. I might even put some of my clothes in my backpack, but 2 antique stoves would be way better than 1, because then we could heat the downstairs too, and then we might even be able to raise better crops downstairs if I could keep the temperature consistently hot. It would mean that I would need to babysit a fire all the time, but we would be way, way, way better off for it. Okay, so I got 27.5 out of it. So I'm gonna equip it to my primary, and now I'm at 13.95. Okay, this may look crazy because it is. It's also awesome. Let's just put the welder mask away too. Well, we haven't seen the face of Worm Man in so long. Forget that he's just a normal looking guy. What else should I take off? I guess I'll take off my jacket. I don't need that. Okay, so, wow, what a lovely sweater. Alright, at this point, so I can carry back an antique stove to my home. Not exactly what I was looking for in the way of loot, but, you know, as long as I don't encounter any along here, and I am not over encumbered, so just want to keep my exertion down, I should be able to carry this antique oven back. Let's just sit down for a second and rest. Make sure we don't die with this. Good news. Okay, I gotta avoid the main road as I go back because I'm excessively exerted, and this is really probably the most dangerous situation to have your character. And even if I put down the stove at this point, it wouldn't help me much. Maybe I could build I don't know. There's a couple things I could do, but I don't feel like overcomplicating things. What I'm gonna try is just taking a straight shot down southeast. Actually, directly down is southeast. So I'll do that. Fortunately, the farm that I live on is really, really, like, large. So there's always going to be some indicator of where the farm is, pretty much no matter where I walk to. So I think this is going to be the most zombie-free path. And going back toward the Pony Romo in that direction, over to the east, I would probably encounter a few more because I noticed a few respawns in there. So, I don't know. I guess I find myself in this situation a lot. Extremely tired, excessively exerted, and just going on a really long walking trip. So, if it helps you in some way. Also, the reason I'm not using the car is kind of a death trap. So I am terrified of that car, and I honestly think I'm better off without it. It's just going to attract them all to me even more. All right, meet you back at the base. And there is a zombie here. I honestly... There are multiple zombies here. Okay, then I'm running away. Walking as quickly as my little legs can go. Ah, shit, this is not good. I was not counting on there being zombies here. Okay, I tried to see if I could just cut them through those trees over there just by walking really close to the trees. I think this might be the only way to shake off zombies on your tail. Because I hear them, they're like right behind me. And usually you start to get slower than them, but see how they rustle the tree there? So that does slow them down a bit. And I think that's the only way to micromanage being this far out of exhaustion. So, I mean, you know, if I encounter a bunch more, I am dead. So it's not fully exploitable, but just so that you know that there's a couple other options in case if you find yourself in such a scenario. Okay, and there are more zombies now. Pinch me, I'm dreaming. I never made it through such a long slog with this exhausted. But I heard them stop. I don't know why. I think I broke visibility with that one, and I guess, I don't know, maybe the game rolls a dice or something to see if his memory remembers me. But I think I'm free. I can't believe that I just ran a half a mile in the woods carrying a... Fuck, don't ruin this for me. Don't ruin this for me. I'm walking away from you, too. I'm walking away from you, too. You know what? This is going in the Guinness if I make it. It's like a conga line of death. Holy shit. This has never happened before. Yep, yeah, she goes in for the bite, and then she loses me. Alright, that is exploitable. Okay, I figured it out. I figured it out. I can live forever. I gotta say, I didn't used to think that walking through trees was smart from the zombies, but now I think maybe like weaving through a line of trees so that it blocks their visibility and slows them down is the best way to run through the woods. Because now I'm gaining distance on that one, and I'm at the one of the slowest possible speeds in the game. I think besides being encumbered or having a broken leg, it's about as slow as characters walk, so... Weird, but, you know what? Worm Man walks over a bed of coals again. Okay, I did not think this would happen. I think I must have overshot the, farm, because now I wound up at the lower road. Oh, actually, I overshot it by a lot. There might even be a house back there. I'm gonna just check for a house this way, because there might be other zombies here. This road might not be safe. But, yeah, I should go back north to my farm, and then, I don't know, safety at that point? But it might be just as safe over here. Let's see. Alright, I completely forgot about these cars being here. I could dismantle these more probably in the future once I find the tools, but, I don't know, I feel dumb because I just wasted a trip. This could have gone way better if I had, you know, I don't know, not had a cold. I really think that the cold screwed it up. Didn't notice that it would change everything so much, but I think it's the straw that broke the camel's back at this point. I would not have had to have such a hard time getting home. But I mean, you know what? Second stove was still something that I did have on my list. It was pretty far down on the list, but it was there, so... Alright, you know what, you win some, you lose some. We're gonna go home. We're gonna go home now. And, I don't know, I guess start planting a greenhouse, because now I could probably use different crops rather than, Oh, I didn't even see this car here. I might have a new car. Exhibit, thank you. I appreciate that for pimping my ride. I mean, otherwise, I'm starting to think, now we might be able to do it without potatoes. I think Ghoul King once grew a cabbage farm. Greenhouse in the winter. I mean, you need a certain temperature. You do get certain temperature buffs just for being inside, and we'll need to babysit a fire all winter, but if it means that we don't lose weight, I'd be willing to experiment to try to learn about that. Alright, and beta blockers is all we're gonna find. Alright, not bad, but we're not dealing with panic quite as much anymore. We lost claustrophobic. I'm pretty sure it's almost gone. I have had it happen in a couple of rooms, but only like particularly small rooms. I should really be listening more for zombies. Okay, I'm just gonna carefully walk back home. Alright, we made it back home to the farm. I think I'm just gonna have a feast of worms today. I can't really get rid of many of these other moodles. Maybe I'll get rid of the cold. And then, I don't want you to go without me discovering anything, so I'm gonna try to go to the warehouses. Maybe we'll find, like, tools or seeds there or something. Like, I don't know, hopefully we'll find potato seeds, because if I could find potato seeds, I wouldn't even have to worry about any of this indoor farm business. But at the same time, like, it'd be cool to experiment with it. Okay, let's unequip this. Now, what would best suit the feng shui of this room? I'm thinking I've got one stove upstairs. I think I want this one to be, you know what, let's put it right where we had, no, we're gonna want the heat radiating out, though. And I don't remember how heat works, or I don't even think I knew exactly how it worked in the first place, where it radiates out from. But I figured that if I start to have a crop farm in here, like a greenhouse, then I could probably put a stove there to heat the whole thing, and then just have it go out throughout the rest of the room. Either that or I could build one on the outside, like a really large room that gets the full heat of the stove. That might end up being what I do, like build on a second house attached to this. Wormman's potato farm. We won't get there though if we don't get those seeds in the first place, so let's just go to bed. I'll dig up some more worms to eat, and then we'll deal with it from there. I mean, I've already plowed so much of this ground too, that would be less work for me. I mean, not that that would be such a big task to do, but whatever. Okay, I got to the point where the trees were actually blocking the well, so I couldn't click on it, so I need to take them down. I think I might... Oh, that's a lot more moodles than it just was a second ago. I'm gonna finish off this. I don't even know. I think it's the panic. I'm in a real state right now. We'll try to see if we can go out, get one more run in on the warehouses. Maybe get rid of this cold. I'm not counting on it though. I gotta feed myself way better before I do something like that. Maybe I could have the TV dinner. I don't know. I don't really want to risk the TV dinner if I don't know anything about it. But we'll definitely be going to the warehouses tomorrow either way. Okay, we're going on about a week now of having had this cold. I can't seem to shake it. I've fed myself to be full so that I could benefit from the fast healing. Like, a good number of times, though it's hard to get myself full to bursting with worms. So at this point, I'm just gonna head off for the warehouses and hope for the best. I mean, I'll walk so that I don't encounter anything crazy like I did before. I don't think I was smart the way I went into that town. I was kind of asking to get killed back there. But, you know, we've got 3 things of water. Otherwise, we're pretty well prepared. Sit on the ground for a second. I mean, maybe my agoraphobia, agoraphobia is going away. But geez, look at all the trees that have grown. Because I didn't used to be not panicked outside. Now I'm just depressed, cold, and have a nervous wreck. I mean, that's not so bad. It's still, coffee is going to be the god item. But what I'm starting to think is that I've spent a lot more time indoors than outdoors. I think anyway, so maybe the claustrophobia went away faster, but maybe I imagine that the agoraphobia would be about the same, so I think that would go away in a similar way. Like, the more time I spend outside, the less I get panicked. Maybe that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense with the rest of the types of panic. Like, if you stay alive in the game for a long time, yeah, you get panicked when you see zombies at the start, but if you survive, like, years and years in the game, you could be right next to a giant horde of zombies and you wouldn't be panicked at all, so... I'm starting to think God, I keep saying that. Agoraphobia might work in exactly the same way. Alright, we're gonna do a speed walk, careful speed walk up to the warehouses. See if we can find anything in them to make this second stove worth it. Because, I don't know, at this point I'll just take any loot I could get. Like I said before, anything I can get. I'll know it when I see it. Alright, okay. We gotta run, we gotta run. I just heard a gunshot, like, way off in the distance, and then they were just immediately on me. Alright, we're ridiculously tired, but at the same time... fuck, I don't know. Alright, we are in one of the fields, though, that's right by the warehouses. At this point, I don't see the point of going back. I'm gonna see if I can lose them in this field. See if they're in the warehouses. I don't know, maybe all I can do is another scouting run on the warehouses. That would stink, but... it'd be better than nothing. I'm gonna run through the field. I don't have any tissues left. Just gain some distance from them. I think we're far away enough from those ones. Did not expect there to be that many on the edge of the woods, though. So I don't know. I mean, we may be getting to the point in the game where, like, the respawns get pretty ridiculous once you get to 3 months. Even though the population peaks at, like, 28 days, I've noticed that just because I can't fight the hordes that well. Like, any area that I've not cleared out becomes impossible to enter again. Because if they've overrun an area, it's really difficult to take it back. Okay, so now we're at the edge of one of these fields. The warehouses should be just a bit further up here. We'll walk it so that we have enough energy to run back if it is swarmed, because I'm not going through another fight like that. I'd rather, you know, take my chances further south if this doesn't work out. Yeah, and I hate to pass up so many opportunities. I've just died in so many situations like this in the past, so I'd rather be, you know, like less fun and survive for a few more months, at least, rather than do something stupid and go in. All right, let's see what's in here. All right, I think I hear a couple moans, so there's probably some in here. I should be careful as I'm checking in these places. Actually, my cold is probably making enough noise that I don't even have to shout them out. Let's grab the lead pipe. I don't know how good the memory is of the ones back there, but we're going to want to try to get done with some of this stuff fast. Come on, man. You can do it. Worm man, you've been doing push-ups for a long time. What's your skill and strength? 6. All right, you are stout now. You can do it. And I hear one coming up to me. Okay, make sure it's just one. If it is just one, I'm fighting her. If it's more than one, I'm not. I don't see anybody around. Okay, let's just fight her. I should be okay because I don't have the exhaustion moodle. But right now, anxiousness is affecting that too. I'm really on edge. I guess, I don't know if it affects like accuracy. But what's weird too is that my character, since he's been alive and he's been encountering zombies so much, he's not even panicked anymore seeing them, so he has all the regular debuffs, but he's gaining back a couple other things. Ooh, nice, did you see that? Another thing is cigarettes. I would prefer that to be a lighter, because I seem to be running out of lighter fluid faster than I run out of cigarettes, but I'll take it. I'm not going to take the generators because I can't read. Okay, let's, well, check around the warehouses and then we'll go on them one by one. Alright, well the coast seems to be clear around here. I haven't gotten any riled up with my cold. So I think I'm just going to try out these warehouses one by one. See if they have anything. And, I mean, hopefully I'll find tools. I'd like to find a lighter, seeds. If I can find, like, gardening stuff in one, that would be great. And both doors are locked. Okay, well, let's peer in the windows, shall we? Might end up having to sleep here because of that exertion. I mean, I could set up like a camp inside one of them, I suppose, if they're not like overrun on the inside or something. Remember the time that I tried to open up a freight, was it a freight? What do they call those things? A freight box, whatever they call them. Cargo bin. And there's more. Gotta be off in the... I'm always worried they're behind me, because if they sneak up behind you now, you're dead meat. He sounds really close at hand. He might, you know, he might be inside of the warehouse I'm trying to get into. Let's see if he's in there. Nope, he's on the other side. Okay, let's take him out really fast because I don't want to make any noise. Even though I'm coughing like crazy. They tend to make a lot more noise if they break a window. 3, come on, I bet you can do it in 5, man. 5, 6, 7. Now, somebody said to me that when you have the isometric, like, aimer placed over the head, it's more accurate than just going like this. I don't know if that's true or not, though. I haven't really experimented with it enough. Okay, more denim shorts. Can't really do anything there. Fortunately, he didn't destroy the window, so we still have the option of staying in this place tonight. Let's just see if there's any in the place across from it, too. Right, this one looks totally empty. It looks like there's nothing in here. Okay, I guess that this one's safe. So let's see if this first one is okay, too. We'll open up some doors, too, just so we have another escape method. Alright, it looks safe in here. Let's just open up these back doors so that we have an option to get out. Or get back in. Alright, moderate exertion, ridiculously tired, kind of peckish, moist, nasty cold, but we got plenty of water to hold us off. Was that a sound? For a while. Okay, so let's just take apart this entire warehouse. It's going to be good carpentry skill, and I should be able to find everything in there, and then I'll come up with whatever I've looted at the end. Okay, I'm hearing zombies outside. I think that they're... I didn't expect them to come from this far, but they're being attracted to my cold from further away, so I guess this area isn't completely safe. Don't know if I'm going to feel comfortable sleeping here, but it depends on that exertion that that I'm running up there on the top right. If I get really exerted from taking apart everything in here, I might have to sleep here. Or at least rest. I do have my alarm clock, and that wouldn't be much worse than my, you know, my constant coughing, so I don't know, maybe we'll find some tissues to actually be quiet again. Alright, this might be one of the sketchiest things I've ever done, but I'm kind of running short on options. I'm extremely exhausted, I'm ridiculously tired, and I did find some decent stuff in this warehouse. Not really great, but not terrible, definitely. What did we find? Carrot seeds packet, cabbage seeds packet, radish seeds packet, fertilizer, watering can, a lot of stuff I needed for farming, but a bunch of duplicates too. I found a wrench so I can dismantle my toilet back home, get that out of there, because I don't defecate in this game. Let's see what else. We have tent pegs. Do I have enough for... Okay, I do actually have enough for a tent, so maybe I'll set that up and sleep in a tent in here. Would be slightly better. But what else? We gotta barricade the door, the windows, boxes, and then I think I'm gonna leave tomorrow morning when I have energy. I'll have to check these last two warehouses. Well, I know that this one's empty right here, but then the other one behind it, hopefully that'll have something. Other than that, it was mostly just empty boxes. I don't know, I think the world loot is set to rare, so I got a bit screwed here, but I have enough to make an indoor like greenhouse. If I could make this happen, it would be insane. I've never tried anything like it before. Be more learning. Alright, put out my tent. I'm gonna try to sleep in this place now. There's at least one board over each of the windows, so if they do come in and try to kill me, I'll at least have some sort of warning. I don't think I'm gonna get much, though. I will sleep. Oh, I should have remembered to take off that load. Yeah, if you are carrying around too much stuff, your character just gradually takes damage throughout the night, so... What did I even have with me? I had the planks. Okay, at this point, let's take all of this stuff. Might not even light a cigarette, because I don't think it's going to help my character so much. He's going to be anxious anyway from the clothing. We'll start lighting those when we get back. We don't have... I'm trying to think, would I be better off with that? Actually, you know what? How much of my stuff is bloody? If I take off the denim shirt... And well, no, I'd have to take off my pants, too. I don't really want to take off my pants, because then I could start getting scratched on my leg. Alright, you know what? We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, we'll just be anxious on the way back. It's fine, it's fine. But what do we have here that's so heavy? Watering can. I'm trying to think, am I even going to be able to haul all this stuff back to my base? Might need to make 2 trips, but... God, what do I do now? I'm only normal tired again. I don't want to pass this stuff up. Let's take down the tent. We don't need that anymore. Okay, tent kit is really heavy, but I like it. It's an important item. Now, I'm just gonna make some quick decisions here. Okay, I dropped off some of this stuff on the ground. Eventually, I might end up having to pack mule it to bring it home, just because I don't want to keep on making trips here. And I think I can decently well enough avoid the zombies. And my character doesn't have that far to walk, so... Let's just check out what's in this... last one. Totally empty. Wow. 2 giant warehouses and they didn't have anything in them. Let's check the other one just to be sure. Was there like some Easter egg or anything hidden in it? Nope. Alright, so that one's a bust. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna really carefully walk back. I shouldn't get too overexerted, and in the area where I'm scared they'll be, I'm gonna go over that really fast at first, so... Just see how much we can fit into our backpack. How much is there? 13.48. We could fit 1 more item in there. Or 2 more items or something like that. The tent kit I'm gonna keep on me, too. I mean, call me foolhardy for this, but I managed to escape death once today. I may as well just see if I can run the full gamut. Actually, I don't really like this speed. Nah, you know what, screw it. We'll try it. We'll try it. Okay, you know what, I take it back. I should not have done this. Just looking at my inventory, I've got like 2 hammers in here. I've got stupid stuff I don't even need. So I think I'm gonna end up leaving all duplicates here and just working with what I got. I thought I was gonna make out like a, you know, like a bandit from this place, but I think I'm just biting off more than I can chew at this point, and I'd rather get back alive than dead. So I'm gonna sleep in here 1 more night, wait till my exertion and my tiredness are back down, and then go back. Maybe later on I can make another trip here and pick some of this stuff up, but it's just not worth, you know, risking my life for again. Alright, we got a massive rainstorm going on outside. I just ate a bunch of worms so that I'm not going to be over encumbered before I go back. And at this point, I'm going to try to bring this watering can back with me. I'm going to leave the fertilizer here and come back later. It's going to increase growth speed and harvest for all of our stuff, but there's not that much of it left, and it's really heavy. Eventually, I can come back for these extra tools that I left here. Yeah, I left a few other things here that are important, but I have better versions of these tools right now, too, in my backpack or elsewhere. So I think we're just going to head back to the farm, and I don't know, I think we're going to spend some time grinding out like an indoor greenhouse or something like that afterward. Did I lose my jacket? No, my jacket is still... Okay, so I guess it's just not... It must be getting in worse and worse condition. We got chilliness, cold, but I already have a nasty cold, so it's not even going to affect me anymore. I honestly feel like half of these moodles are just like, screw it. Our character's so bad off already. Now, normally I wouldn't want to walk back through such a massive rainstorm, but I think it's actually giving me cover from some of the zombies, so I'm probably not making as noticeable a sound to them. I mean, I got a cold, but normally those ones would have been following me by now. But they aren't even following me because they can't hear me over the rainstorm, I'm pretty sure. So we're just going to keep on going back like this, and turns out this is actually very good luck. Alright, so we made it back home in probably one of the worst storms I've ever seen in this game. We've had a good number of those for the amount of time that we've been alive. And at this point, I'm just going to show you really quickly what I plan on doing over the next little while before the next video. So I've got a spade right now. Or not a spade, I've got a trowel. But I can take some... No, I don't want sand. I can take some dirt into a sack. And this is the reason I needed one sack from back here. So now I've got some dirt in a sack. And is it totally full? Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, so we're gonna take this dirt bag now. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna need to do even more. Well, either way, what we can now do is take this dirt bag and pour it out on the ground. I'm gonna have to figure out what's the best crop configuration. But I'm thinking that I could like fill dirt all around these floors, dig furrows in them, and then plant the seeds in there. I'm not actually going to do it right here, because what I'm thinking I'll end up doing, God bless me, what I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing is just expand this house. I might even go back to Mccoy to see if I can get that sledgehammer to expand this room, but if I can, I'm going to remove that, like, furnace there and bring it over to a big greenhouse room that I'm going to create, and then I'm going to raise a lot of crops in there. I think it'd look good if I put it onto the house, so I'm trying to figure out exactly where it's going to look the best. Might even use some of the already existing roofs. But of course I don't want to get the house's prefabs in the way, because some of these houses, like why is there water here? You know, sometimes it doesn't exactly work. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for the next time. We'll have to be really careful not to fall off of anything or whatever as we build on the expansion. But yeah, I mean, our carpentry level is high enough that we can build those walls, so we can totally start building an indoor greenhouse now. The crops that I have are radishes, I think cabbages respond pretty well, and they're also pretty high in calories, if I'm not mistaken. Carrots. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough to start a decent farm, but I'm worried about temperatures and just hoping that this thing keeps them okay. And I might even wait a bit later in the season to really get started on it, because I still have some of fall left. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to go. But hey, you know what? Maybe I could find more seeds somewhere and just make this whole effort worthwhile to get me through winter and keep my weight up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any suggestions. Definitely my first run with some of this stuff. Hopefully this cold goes away after I eat more. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.